Chet, your attacks this year, does anything feel different for you out there on the court, just in terms of just maybe punch, efficiency, physicality? Anything feel different, or are you feeling the work maybe that you put in the summer at all?
Yeah, definitely. Always feeling the work that I put in. If I don't, then I guess it's kind of like wasted time and energy. I just feel like I have a good understanding and a confidence in what I'm trying to get to, and I feel like I'm making good reads on how I'm being played, how we're being played as a team, and then just kind of letting things flow from there.
And just how about the matchup tonight with Phoenix, a team that you guys saw recently? Any major things that stand out from the first meeting?
Obviously, really good team. They have a lot of guys playing at a really high level. Young, hungry guys. Trying to make a name for themselves in this league, and that's no different from us. And I'm expecting them to bring it tonight.
Your defense has been really just kind of feisty and scrappy. What's important for you guys when you go up against a defense like that?
To meet their physicality with our force, not let them blow up all of our actions and our attacks, and just continue to be aggressive. Usually the aggressor wins. So if they want to play aggressive, we just have to be more aggressive, but be smart while doing that.
Obviously, they've had a lot of guys step up this season, but Devin Booker is the head of a snake there. It just seems like he's one of those five-man defense type of guys. Just how much of a group effort is it to really contain him?
No different than any other night when we see a really good player. Obviously, all players are a little bit different. They want to do different things. They play different ways. But at the end of the day, we have our team principles as well as our, elite defenders, and we kind of carry those principles over into whatever matchup we take.
Chet, for a couple of years now, you guys have been, better than anybody at forcing other teams into turnovers. How do you, I guess, excel in that part of the game, turning other people over without ramping up the aggression too much? How do you walk that line, kind of?
Yeah, just sticking to our principles. I feel like we have great principles that the coaches have taught us over the years on how and when to be aggressive without overextending yourself and kind of exposing the defense or lead into a foul. Obviously, you don't want to be so worried about fouling that you don't play physical at all. But there are smart fouls and dumb fouls. So you just got to limit the dumb fouls and then play aggressive and key in on what teams are doing. And if you do that, and you're really on your horse that night, coming up with 50-50 balls and getting deflections, you'll force some turnovers.
J-Dub has talked before about the chemistry he's developed, specifically playing alongside you throughout the years. Just from your perspective, what have you seen out of that two-man game and the way that it has developed?
Yeah, it's great. I think it has a long way to go, and I mean that in the best way possible. I'm saying that as, we're both young, we both have a long way to go with our individual games, and as we continue to grow those things, kind of our two-man action will evolve around that. As we just continue to try and find each other, help open the game up for each other. And, it's been great so far. It's a blessing to play alongside somebody with that much talent. And, I'm excited, to continue it going forward.
Mark has talked about Jay Will being a guy that when he first got here, his rookie year, he was in the G League to really focus and work on some of those key defensive principles and fundamentals.
Yeah.
How have you seen Jay Will grow into the defender that he is now? Because it seems like, just like with you and Hart, you and Jay Will have a nice combination there where he's kind of on a point of attack and you're able to come in off the backside there.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, man. I can hardly even remember how things were going. I was away from the team most of that year, too. I was hurt, so, since college, he's been a great charge taker. So he's a really cerebral defender, really smart, great with his hands. And on top of that, he's just like a brick wall. You run into the guy, and he's not the one moving. So, he really understands how to play to his advantages. And then I think over the last couple of years, he's kind of learned how to I guess you would say, like tilt the game towards those advantages. And he's really smart in a lot of situations and just, takes charges, comes up with steals, deflections, and, on top of that, he's a really good communicator. I think we all know that. So he's kind of out there communicating, like orchestrating the defense, I guess you could say, when he's out there, which is really helpful for us. So it's been great.
Like there's a lot of talk in the NBA right now about winning the possession battle. I think teams are starting to like articulate. If we win the possession battle, we got a good chance to win this game. Is that something that you guys talk about as a team, or is it more like if we do these things, it'll just take care of itself?
I'd say it's both. At the end of the day, the way to beat a team without shooting better than them, if both teams shoot the exact same, if you have more possessions, you're going to win the game. So obviously that's an important thing, but like you can't get so caught up in that you just like forget about everything else that's important. And then, so basically, if you just understand all your principles, your defense, taking care of the ball on offense, rebounding, all that, it kind of takes care of itself. But all those accumulate to that, which is an important part of the game, I guess.
Chet, last year in the Cup games, in the semifinals and finals, you were out, but I think you still traveled, if I remember correctly. What is sort of the opportunity, or how excited are you for the opportunity to maybe go play in Vegas this year after seeing you last year?
I'm always excited to play basketball anywhere, really. On top of that, we have the opportunity tonight and hopefully going forward to play for, some extra money. And, when there's money on the table, I'm never going to walk away from it. So, let's hoop.
Thunder hosting the NBA Cup quarterfinals here in the Western Conference. I've got Ousmane Dieng alongside me as OKC hosting the Phoenix Suns for the second time in short order. You guys played them recently, and you're also riding a really nice streak of games where you've played at a high level, gotten the job done, including out in Utah where you were a significant factor in that game. Tell me about just the route that you guys had there, the massive run that you all put on in the very beginning of that game out there against the Jazz, and what that feels like out on the floor when everybody is clicking.
Like I said, everybody's always ready. Even when we have guys out, everybody ready to step up and help the team, and that's what we did. And it's just next man mentality.
It just felt like everybody who shot the ball was going in, no matter where it was from, how the passing and the rhythm happened. What did it feel like out there on the floor when everybody's shots are falling and it just seems like there's nobody missing a beat?
It felt good. We just having fun. We just sharing the ball, and when we share the ball, everybody's having fun. Everybody play good, so it just felt great.
Tell me about this matchup with the Suns here tonight, a team that seems to be playing really feisty on the defensive end, very difficult to go up against offensively, and what are going to be some key factors for you all?
I think it's going to be a good team. We played them a couple weeks ago, so we know what to do. They play fast, they play on the catch, so we got to be ready to win the closeout, and
When you say play on the catch and win the closeouts, what does that look like? When you're getting out there and you're trying to get a hand up and make sure they don't shoot, but then also contain the drive. How do you do that?
Like you said, I have a stick hand ready on the shot, and then on the drive, just be ready to chest and be ready to make the rotation.
The team defense has been so great all season long. What do you think the key has been to that? Is it one thing in particular, like communication, or what do you see as like the essential things on defense for you all?
Yeah, I think it's communication. We have great defensive guy on the team too, and I think everybody buys in the defensive end, and everybody want to be perfect. So I think that's the key.
When you see guys like Case and Wallace out there making steals left and right, like looking like Spider-Man out there, I mean, what does it do for the entire group when that's happening?
I mean, I think it makes everybody want to do the same. So, I think the energy Queso or like Lou, AC make on the floor, it just impact everybody.
You all are hosting this NBA Cup quarterfinal game. For years now, you've been so good about just sort of maintaining focusing on basketball and the task at hand. Is there an excitement level that goes into a game like this when you know that there's a little bit of different scenario, or how do you all deal with that?
Of course, I think it's just a game, but I think everybody is a little bit mad of what happened last year with the cup. So everybody want to win this year. So yeah, I think we have a little more excitement.
Great chance to go out there and take one more step forward towards that. Thank you and good luck out there tonight, Ouz.
Appreciate you.
That's Ousmane Dieng. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.